Boom, what's going on, guys? Want to give a quick update here on memory card. So not too much to report today. Kind of just refactored some of my code here within my app.jsx file. So really all I did today was I refactored some of my code to use what's called short circuit conditionals here. So I'll kind of show you what I was doing before, which was the wrong approach. So in my return statement here within my app.jsx file, if you can kind of notice here, I was mapping through my data, which is just my array of cards. I was mapping through the data there, kind of returning an image. And yeah, that's not the best way to go about that there. Not the best way to go about that. Kind of learned the best ways to conditionally render components. If you also notice down here, like when I was logging out my error messages, I was making a div, giving the class name and inserting that particular error in there like that. That's definitely the wrong way to do it there. You don't want to be returning divs and mapping through them like that. What you want to do is kind of put this here, this whole map code there into its own component and then conditionally render it. So to kind of give you an example of that, let's say, for example, air here, like I set my air state variable at the top of the file here. So if that's true, its initial state is null, meaning nothing's in it. If there is an air present in there, meaning it's not empty, it's not null, that we are going to render the air component. So if there is an air in there, and so if this is true here, if both these are true, then it will render, and it'll render my air component, which is nothing too crazy in there. It's just returning a div with the error message lodged in there like that. Give you another example here, like for loading, it starts out as null. So if the loading state variable has something in it, it's not empty, both these values are true, then it's going to render this loading component here. And the loading component, again, is not too crazy. It's really just logging loading ... there. So that's about it there. Same last example I can give here. If the user has lost, if it's true there, then we're going to render our losing component, which basically, I think I still have this up here, which basically is going to look like this here. It's going to game over, play again, how many cards you want for the next game, so forth and so on there. I think that's about it. And if the user has not lost, then we're going to render our card component. Okay, remember both these for short circuit conditionals, both these values have to be true here. So if the user has not lost, let's render our cards, and I'll show you that example in action. So boom, okay, user has not lost, let's render all these cards here, like that. And boom, give you one example of how to increment score when the game loses. So when we do lose, boom, that's our losing component. It gets rendered to the screen there like that. So that's about all I did there. Kind of refactored some of my code in the return statement. Hope to make another video update tomorrow. I have kind of a little issue here fetching my new set of cards for another round of the game. As you can see, I'm getting a 500 error here, which is an invalid server error. Kind of confusing. I'm trying to get some help on that currently, but that's gonna be the task for tomorrow. Yeah, so trying to fetch these new cards here. So let's say I enter like 20, 30, 40, what have you, and click restart. It's going to render that many cards to the screen. Starting out, we just start out with a base of 10 cards like that there. But then when we lose here and we get to this screen, I should be able to enter 40, whatever number I want, up to 52, and press restart. It's going to render that many cards to the screen. So that's going to be tomorrow's goal. That's about it, guys. Until next time, take it easy. Keep working hard, guys.